Okay, so once again, we want to break this thing up into our x's stuff and our y's stuff. So our x's stuff, we've got this one with a -4 on it. Oh, please get out of my way. So -4x squared minus 16x plus something. And then we've got our y stuff plus y squared minus 2y plus something. And it's going to equal, we got to bring that 19 to the other side, so I'll add a 19 to both sides. We got 19 there. Ooh, this has got that number with the x. No, 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 no. We don't want that. We better take that -4 out. So we have a regular x squared. Completing the square actually doesn't work if you don't have a coefficient of 1. So we always need a coefficient of 1 there. -16 divided by 4, that's going to get us positive 4x. Plus, I still don't know what's going to go there. And then we've got to get the rest. So y squared minus 2y plus something equals 19. No, I didn't do the colors right. Oops. Now we're going to do our little complete the square formula. So we'll do 4 over 2 and square it. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then square it, we get 4. So we're going to add a 4 over here. But hey, that 4 was wrapped up inside of a -4 parentheses thing. We better do that same thing over here. Can I get out of the way, please? Thank you. So we're going to multiply by -4. So technically we subtracted 16 from both sides. You could also interpret it that way. Then we've got to do this one. So -2 divided by 2, we get -1. Then we square it and we get regular 1. This one doesn't have anything in front, so we've got just a regular number. All right, we're going to do our factors. So we've got x plus 2 right here. And then we factor the other one. We've got y minus 1 squared. And it's all going to equal 19 minus 16, which is positive 3 plus 1. Okay, 4. And just like last time, we don't want that 4 to be a 4. We want it to be a 1, so we're going to divide everybody by 4. Whatever this number right here is, divide everybody by it, because we want that thing to be a 1. Okay. Now, look at this. Here is our negative thing. We should have a negative thing when we're doing a hyperbola, so we want to make sure that this one shows up second, because that's just a little bit more polite for hyperbolas. So we got x plus 2 squared over 1, because the 4's cancel, but the negative remains. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and then this one is going to go over here. Y minus 1 squared over 4. So this gobbledygop is our standard form. Okay, so in this one, we've got it in, we want to write a standard form and a general form equation. All of our points are a nice stack, so that's a vertical transverse axis. So we've got this vertical one. We want to use the bottom stuff. So we want to get something that looks like this. We got to find H, we got to find K, we got to find A, B, C. So I know it's vertical. And because of that, I can figure out what's going on with my vertices. My vertices are at 0, plus or minus 1. And I know my formula for a vertex is HK plus or minus A. So my H is 0. And then we've got K plus or minus A equals 1. That's not quite enough information. So plus or minus 1 equals K plus or minus A. There's a couple ways I could do that, so I don't quite know. I think I should check something else. Ooh, we could figure out where the center is. If these are our vertices, and those are our foci, our center should be at the right middle of them. So right in between those 2 points is our center, right here. And center is just going to straight up tell me what H and K are. It's 0 and 0. Okay, so now I know what K is. So H equals 0 and K equals equals 0. So there's 2 of our numbers. We got 3 more, A, B, C. So going back to this vertex, I know this is 0 plus or minus whatever A is. So this equation now became plus or minus 1 equals plus or minus A, because that K is just a 0. So A must be 1. We can follow a similar logic with our foci. It is at H, comma K plus or minus C. I'm just copying that off of my paper. You can see that little foci equation right there. So by the same logic that we're doing up here, we can deduce that C is 2, because our spots are at negative and positive 2. So we've got A, we've got C. All we need now is B. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So our C squared is going to be 4. 2 squared. Our A squared is going to be 1. 1 squared. Equals a plus and a B squared. So B equals, after a little bit of solving, equals, oh, I'm just looking at my key. My key is wrong. That's why I made that face. It should be the square root of 3 for our thing. Yeah, for B, square root of 3. There we go, B. Okay. So now that we know all of our letters, let's just plug them all in to our cool formula. Y minus K, and then we're going to put A underneath that, and B is going to go underneath X minus H. Will you please give me more space? Please and thank you. So we've got Y minus our K, so that's 0, so it's just a Y squared. And A is going to go underneath it, but we've got to square it, which is a little silly because it's just a 1. Minus, because it's a hyperbola, we want to do X minus K. Well, it's 0, so X squared over our B value, which is the square root of 3. So that is just going to be 3, because we've got to square it. And then it always equals 1. And I'm just getting that 1, because that's what's in the equation. There's a 1 there, so I pull 1 there. That's our standard form. To get general form, we got to get rid of those fractions. So one of them's easy. The other one, this one is just kind of goes away. The other one, we just got to multiply everybody by 3. So we get 3y squared minus, these 3's cancel, get x squared equals 3. Now our rule for standard form is that we want to make sure that it equals 0. So we'll subtract a 3. So we get 3y squared minus x squared minus 3 equals 0. That can be our general form. If you wanted to, you could rearrange them a little bit so it matches, like the order. But I'm not going to be so picky about, can you scroll down, please? About making sure that you've got your x squareds first and your bx. The idea is that these are all nice numbers. There's no division. There's no parentheses. And the thing equals 0. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.